beard and his crooked staff. He tramps along with the folks all left, with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff. He tramps along with the folks all left, with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff. He tramps along with the folks all left, with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff. He tramps along with the folks all left, with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Sleeps with the stars for a tent, for the beast spread a feast when he's hungry, and God charges no man. He'll live as long as old or free, and laugh at fools like you and me. Often sigh and wish that I were the old man of the mountain.
Good evening, 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 good evening. And welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 9th of May. I hope you are all doing well and having a fabulous weekend. How wonderful to see you all here. I am fresh out of the shower, so I'm very clean. So that's nice, isn't it? And yeah, so still got wet hair, but you lucky, lucky people, you. I can't do the flick because I'm wearing headphones. Doesn't really work like that. How you all doing? Hope you're keeping well. Let me say hello to all. Good evening, JR and SJ, Stilgar and Saphira, 8 Mickey and Shapes, Oni and Lupine. Good evening, Colin and Flyboy, Conradlac and Fett, Simpsons Angle and Alexander, Nando and John, the Tiggo and Proogs, Tyson Baines, Zosely Bob, Owen Dalton, Clive of Legend, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Hope you are doing well. Ben is very clean tonight. Indeed, he is still. I hope you are keeping well too. Tyson Baines, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Lovely to have you along. Samsto, welcome on into the stream. Good evening to you. We're playing Data League tonight, first and foremost. LDWZ is the room code. You need the universal controller, which is right there. Back on 0.9.1 tonight. Haven't pushed it to version 10 just yet. Still some more things to do on Picture This, which we're not playing tonight. I felt I needed a quiet one this evening. So yeah, it could be a slightly shorter stream than normal this evening. We've just got Data League, and then a bit later on, the much anticipated return of Spotlight. At least I assume it's much anticipated. We haven't seen it for at least 2 seasons. So yeah, looking forward to getting into some esoteric quizness a bit later on. But before all of that, we have got Data League. AB me, DMC, welcome both of you to the stream. DMC, I hope your first week at your new job was suitably cromulent and that you are having a fabulous, relaxing weekend and still keeping abreast of the recordings that are going on and the sweepstake therein. I'll tell everyone else more about that a bit later on if the moment presents itself, if such a thing happens. So yeah, Data League, it's a debut pack as well. Our friend O.M. Dalton has provided this pack of Data League. It's proofed and edited by me. We had a bit of a powwow this afternoon and went through a few bits, and it's looking in a pretty tip-top shape, if I say so myself. So do come and join the game for a nice, relaxing, chilled-out affair in the shape of Data League. Then coming up a bit later on, we'll be having Spotlight, which will be by a multitude of writers, and should prove to be a huge amount of fun, provided the software still works, which I'm sure it does. He says with confidence. I always worry when I don't roll out a piece of software for a couple of seasons. Is it still going to work? There's no reason it shouldn't still work, but Spotlight's always one of those ones I always get slightly about. Yeah, transcribe that, bitches. Anyway, I hope you're having a good weekend. What have I been up to? I did my first, not my first, it wasn't my first at all, it was my 47th or something. Transcribe that. Love it. Giants, welcome to the stream, my dude. I did my fastest park run of the year this morning. Again, that's 2 Saturdays in a row. I've got my fastest of the year. Back into 24x territory, albeit only just 24:56 this morning. Went out far too fast. Far too fast. First 2 kilometers were averaging around 4 minutes 37. And then I had nothing left. Kilometre 3 was about 5:03. Kilometre 4 was like 5:40 or something crazy. And then I found something for the last one about 4:37 again. So sneaking in just under 25 minutes. We're still a way away from 22:50, which is where my PB is. That was set last summer. So I've got to get back into tip-top shape. But I have upped the mileage a bit this week. I did about 34 kilometres this week. Unfortunately today, my knee caught up with me, my right knee, which is a sort of persistent problem. It finally caught up with me. And it said, no, that's enough. You've gone too fast. You've overdone it. So I'm going to take a few days off. Probably go out again on Thursday this week. So that is the update on my running life, which I'm sure you're all champing at the bit to hear about. Yeah, that was that. And then I came home and did some stuff with Dalton, watched a couple of YouTube videos, went back into town, picked up Anya, who had a driving lesson earlier on, and then she had an eye appointment, and then we went and looked at some cars because she's got her test is now booked for about 1 million years in the future because apparently there's still a COVID backlog. It's like, dudes, you can't use that excuse anymore, surely. So we went and looked at some cars. That was fun. We came home. We had special Hunter's chicken for dinner, prepped by the butchers, and then had a shower and came here. Now that's my day, and you're all up to date. Here's the news. No, that's not what we're doing. Clean hair, leaky pipes. Indeed so. Feeling cute. Might quiz later. The ontological question of whether something... And then it got truncated. I've really got to change this thing so that it doesn't truncate, because I feel I'm missing stuff. The ontological question of whether something can be eagerly awaited if its arrival is not known to be certain. That's deep, Shapes. That's a bit deep for a Saturday night. Here's the Royal Flux VR headset of news. Indeed so. I upped the mileage and did 34 kilometres. I did. That's exactly what I did. 41 of you here, according to the metrics, and we may get a few more over the course of the evening. But yeah, the drain was scheduled for tonight. As mentioned on Thursday, though, we've postponed that because there was a date. The player was scheduled for this day, and it turns out after the fact something came up before, I mean, I'd asked for dates people couldn't do, and at the time of signing up, it was fine for that player, but then in between then and me publishing the date, something came up on this date. So it's all good. We're going to play that on Thursday instead. So I did bake in some breaks into the schedule for this exact eventuality. So it does mean we're going to have 3 drain heats on the bounce from Thursday. So Thursday, Saturday, and then the following Saturday. So we will get caught up with that next week. So tonight is just a slightly shorter affair. A bit of data leak, bit of spotlight, lottery draw, and... I might even finish at a sensible time and then just abandon the computer and go watch a movie with Anya. So we'll see what time we manage to get away. It is just coming up to 8:15, so we've you 30 more seconds to come and join, and then we will get on with this evening's game. Quick reminder, you need the Universal Controller. This version 0.9.1, and this room code right here. Quick reminder that we are not using search engines or AI or other LLMs or any other means by which to cheat the games. Please, if you're caught doing it, you will be permanently banned from the community, so don't. If you have missed any of the game nights of the last 22 seasons, then of course you can go and catch up with all of them on demand at PersephoneChat.com/on demand. And if you are watching one of those YouTube videos, please do like and subscribe this video, because that's what the algorithm says I have to do, and I feel dirty all over despite having just had a shower. So yeah, do go catch up on anything that you've missed. As ever, come and join the Discord, check out your penny bank and your medal cabinet over there, and do suggest tonight's raid message if you would like to be the episode title, the raid message. Get a custom thumbnail designed for the VOD, and also 250 pennies to boot. You can suggest up to 3, and that's how you do it right there. I think that is long enough. I've chatted for long enough. This is Data Leak. It's the first appearance this season. Silent Marine just in the nick of time. The raid message. Welcome to the stream, Nata. I fear the raid message is not going to be my choice tonight, but I commend your cojones on attempting it. It might have tickled my fancy. On this occasion, it didn't. This is Data Leak. It's the first appearance this season. It's been written by O.M. Dalton, debut writer, so be extra special and lovely towards him on his efforts. We're very grateful to him for his efforts, and... yeah, it is always my choice, to be fair. But yes, debut writers, we got to wrap them up and be lovely to them. I personally think this is a great pack, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So without any further ado, I think we should get on with the game. Good luck to you all. Let's lock it up and let's play Data Leak. Quick reminder of how to play. Solve the puzzles as quickly as you can. Clues will be revealed every 10 seconds. The fewer clues you need, the more points you win. It's as simple as that. The solution should become more obvious as more clues are presented. Get it wrong, I'll freeze you out for 8 seconds. So do have a guess, even if you're only half sure. It's just a temporary penalty, and then you'll come back in at the next point boundary. Some puzzles, this is particularly in round 4, in fact it's exclusively in round 4, may require your exact spelling to be exact, but I'll remind you about that as and when we get there. Very best of luck to you all, and make sure to have fun. So let's play round 1. Round 1's 5 degrees. You're going to be presented with a category and 5 longer clues, all describing the same person, place, or object. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. Simple as that. I think that's all I need to tell you on this. Let's dive into the first puzzle, shall we? And our first category tonight is a video game series for 5. This series was originally created and directed by Hironobu Sakaguchi. Few coming in for 5, well done there. For 4, it is a long-standing series of JRPGs, with the first installment releasing in 1987 on the NES. For 3, it spawned an animated 2001 film subtitled The Spirits Within. And welcome that player who's just joined the game. For 2, The series regularly features large galliform birds called chocobos, which are used as transport and are an unofficial mascot of the series. And for a single point, this series has a 2-word alliterative title. It's Final Fantasy, so it is. Final Maxio, welcome to the stream. I guess that was you joining, and the Clement as well. Well, come on in, lovely to have you here. Yeah, Final Fantasy is what we wanted. So FF1 originally released in Japan, 18th of December 1987. Later released globally, 12th of July 1990. Numerous ports, remakes, and remasters since then, as I'm sure you're all aware. Nearly 40 years, I think, is considered long-standing. And yeah, 2-word alliterative title, Final Fantasy. Hopefully that was enough to get you there, but if not, no worries. Let's drain that puzzle. Plenty of players getting 4s and 5s on the board there. Let's go to our second puzzle, which is a number for 5. The term for this number was originally coined in 1920 by the nephew of the American mathematician Edward Kastner. For 4, whilst this number has no particular mathematical significance, it is often used as a point of comparison to other extremely large numbers. For 3, the systematic name for this number is 10 duotrigintillion. And welcome to the game. I think that was CJ, possibly, coming in there. For 2, this number was rather infamously the correct answer to a £1 million question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where the player allegedly cheated his way to the win. And for a single point, a certain search engine's name is a misspelling of this number, which is written as a 1 followed by 100 zeros. It's a Google, and you did need to spell it like that and not like the search engine. The Googling is not something you should be doing this evening. Not until after the quiz, at any rate. So yeah, the nephew's name was Milton Sirota. He was 9 years old at the time, and he came up with the term Google, which is now in everyday parlance, not least of all thanks to Alphabet Incorporated. Yeah, 10 duotrigintillion. So if you're weird and use the long scale, the systematic name becomes 10 sextilliard. But most of us would be familiar, I'm sure, with 10 duotrigintillion. Yes, so the coughing major was the controversial millionaire. The £1 million, a 1 followed by 100 zeros is known as what? There was gigabit, nanomole, Google, and something else. And yes, the coughing major changed his mind a few times before settling on Google. And yeah, Google, of course, the search engine, and they've used the domain 1e100.net to identify internal network servers since 2009, which is a lovely extra nugget of information for you there. Very well done. If you managed to solve that puzzle, let's drain out and let's go on to puzzle number 3. We are looking for a novel. For 5. Originally released in Japan in 2010 with the title Maria Beetle. No one getting 5 there. It is the second novel in Kotaro Isaka's Hitman trilogy. Well done, Sam, cracking it for 4 there. For 3 points, the novel was adapted into a 2022 film directed by David Leitch and starring Brad Pitt. For 2 points, the English translation of the novel has the same name as the English translation of Shinkansen. Quite a few coming in here. Megatron was the other one, thank you, DMC. And Shinkansen, which is a high-speed public transport infrastructure used in Japan, if you didn't know. That was Bullet Train is what we were after there. Yeah, Bullet Train, originally released in Japan in 2010. The trilogy, the Hitman trilogy, consists of 3 assassins, originally called Grasshopper, this novel, Bullet Train, and AX, or possibly pronounced Axe, not sure. Very well done if you got some points out there. Nobody getting it on the 5 one, but Sam managing to pick up 4 points there. Very well done indeed. Polisto, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. And Silent Marine and CJ, welcome on in as well. Let's drain that puzzle, and we'll go on to the next one. Now, disclaimer on this one. One of these clues, you might argue, contains the answer. It will not be condoned as the answer for reasons I will explain afterwards. So at some point you might see something and think that's the answer. It won't be that, okay? Just to forward warn you. Cullen, you intrigued, I hear you say. Let's take a look at puzzle number 4. We are looking for something in the region of classical music. For 5. This 4-movement piece was written 2 months after the death of the composer's father. For 4, officially titled Serenade Number 13 in G Major, this piece is written for a string ensemble that was occasionally played as a quartet. For 3, it is one of the most recognizable openings in the whole of Western classical music and has been extensively used in film and TV, including in Batman and Alien. For 2, a musical by Stephen Sondheim is named after the English translation of this 1787 Mozart composition. Well done, a couple of people getting it there, and for a single point, that translation is A Little Night Music. That's a tricky one. Eine kleine Nachtmusik was the answer. Eine kleine Nachtmusik. So the story goes, Mozart wrote this shortly after the death of his father. You missed the Eine, JR, I did check. But I like Conrad like suggested Midnight Sonata, possibly thinking of Moonlight Sonata, which is by Beethoven, I'm afraid, and was a sonata, not a string ensemble. For 1 point, how fast can you type here? It is one of those a little bit, say, becoming hopefully a little more obvious at number 1. But yeah, so scholars often think, this is sort of my wheelhouse, it's a very cheerful, it's a dum, 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 da. Da, 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 rum, ba, ba, da, 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 which I'm sure you recognise as I do it like that. It's this very, very iconic piece. It was used in ringtones, it's used in movies and adverts and TV all the time. But he wrote it 2 months after the death of his father. And Mozart had a very complicated relationship with his father. But if you look at the second movement of it, which is the dum, dum, da, 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 you actually realise if you just scratch beneath the surface of this seemingly cheerful, uplifting piece of music, it's really, really sad, desperately sad. It's almost like Mozart saying on the surface, I'm okay, but if you just dig a little bit deeper, he really wasn't okay. He was also bonkers, was Mozart, so, you know, there's that as well. Anyway, there's my little lecture recital on Mozart. If you want to hear more, if you want to hear me talk more about Mozart, let me know in the chat and like and subscribe. I'm going to be that guy. Just let me know if you want to hear more about Mozart. I'm always happy to speak at length about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Well done if you got that puzzle. Let's drain it out. Paulus at BC Scorecat, welcome all of you all to the stream. Let's go on to our final puzzle of the round. Fingers on devices, everybody. We are looking for a currency. For 5. The term for this currency was first used in medieval times but was reintroduced in decimal form in 1795. One there for 4. On this day, 40 years ago, that's 1986, £1 sterling will get you roughly 10.7 units of this currency. Alexander the First to break cover for 4. Well done. For 3, it was completely replaced by the euro on the 1st of March 2002 and started to be phased out from the 1st of January 1999. For 2, the obverse of the 100-unit banknote of this currency predominantly featured Paul Cézanne. And for a single point, it was redenominated in 1960 and was used as the official currency of France. It was the franc, the French franc. We also accepted the new franc on that one because they changed it in 1960, basically where 100 became 10. I am old enough to, I don't know how many people here are old enough to remember, I'm old enough to remember going on holiday and getting francs rather than euros. The first few times I went to France as a kid, we had to get francs, and I do remember that the exchange rate, it was roughly £1, roughly got you 10 francs. That's what I remember from that. Old enough for that. Good. Yeah, oldies unite. Yeah, definitely old enough to do that. I scored a school trip to Paris. Yeah, it's definitely something I recall. Whoa, hello, Prey Streams, my dude. Welcome on in, Prey and Raiders. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. You've just missed the first round of Data Leak, but there's still plenty of time to come and join. Let me give you a shout out, my dude. How you doing? How was stream? Go and follow Prey, friend of the community, does a lot of Final Fantasy stuff, does a lot of Dr. Mario stuff, general all-round wholesome guy if you can tolerate the swearing. If you can tolerate this, then your children will be next. What? Is that Manic Street Preachers? Prey, thank you for the raid, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. And welcome on in, all of y'all. If you would like to play Data Leak, you need the Universal Controller right there. And that there room code. Let's drain that puzzle, let's drain the franc out of the machine, and let's check out the scores at the end of round 1. Well, It is quite interesting. AB, me and Toot have got the lead with 16 points apiece. 14th place, who's currently in second place, tied with Sam, both on 15. 14th place, I believe, is Abe. And we've got 3 players all on 14. Isle of Topper, Ralph, and Silver Electron. As we look down the leaderboard from here, 13s, 12s, 11s, 10s, a single solitary 9 and a single solitary 8, a few 7s, some 5s, 4, 3, 1. That's a sign of a good spread of scores, and hopefully we've all enjoyed that opening round. There's more quiz to come though. Praise streams are welcome on informally as we go to round number 2. And it's all a blur. There is the TV screen on the graphics, our pixelation, pixel Metronica device. And in this round, you're going to be presented with a category and a blurred picture, which will gradually come into sharper focus. Faster you solve it, the more points you will win. At the 2-point mark, you're going to get a cryptic clue, which will ease you over towards the answer if you're just not getting anything from the picture. But hopefully, all will reveal itself in due course. Very best of luck to you all. As before, if you buzz in or if you type something and are incorrect, you're frozen out for 8 seconds. So give it a guess, even if you've got half an inkling. You never know, it might be right. So, fingers on buzzers. There are no buzzers in this game. Fingers on devices. Good luck to you all. It's all a blur. And puzzle number 1 is a place for 5. That slightly phallic-shaped object in the pixelation. Oh, very well done, you two. Clive and Silver Electron and Lupine all picking up 5 for 4. A few more coming in now. And for 3. For 2, this sprawling metropolis in Japan, whose name translates as Eastern Capital, is one of the most populous urban areas in the world, with a population of 14 million people in the city alone. And for a single point. It's Tokyo. Tokyo is what we wanted, and that is Mount Boo for not taking that. That's Mount Fujiyama in the background. As I'm fairly sure that's Mount Fujiyama in the background. This Tokyo Tower was the phallic-shaped symbol that we had at the front there. Yeah, Tokyo City. Very well done indeed. Oh yeah, we wanted it's the place. It wasn't Mount Fuji. It was Tokyo. That's the thing. There was enough there to suggest it wasn't just Mount Fuji. Otherwise, you could have just said building. Arguably, because there's a building there. Kind of. When it's pixelated, James, I don't know. I don't know what fallacies I've been looking at. Let's drain that puzzle and move on rapidly. I do not. I don't know what you all are talking about. On we go. On we go. Front through. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Let's take a look at puzzle number 2. We're looking for a person for 5. No one there for 5. Anyone for 4? This group didn't accept it. It did not. Categorically did not. Well done, Oni. Well played there. For 3 now. A few managing to figure it out now. For 2. This American actor and former professional wrestler, who you can't see, has had multiple award nominations for his roles in The Suicide Squad and Fast and Furious 9. Single point available now. Who is it? Just say what you see, or say what you don't see. I need the button. It's John Cena! I so need that on the soundboard. His name is John Cena. We did rather pleasingly. It's just a picture of the stadium. Welcome, Theory of Game. Welcome, Topper, to the chat as well. We did rather ironically, we did accept nobody as a correct answer. So anyone who put nobody, you would have been allowed it, or is he? Yes, who knows? No, it's I need a John Cena sound effect. Hang on. I should have queued this up while we're waiting, shouldn't I?
Hello. It's
John Cena!
There we go. Meme honoured. Right, let's rate the puzzle. There he goes. Or does he go? He was never there to begin with, was he? Right, on we go. Puzzle number 3, everybody. Fingers on devices. We are looking for animal. For 5. And for 4. Some people are getting close. I might need something more specific for 3. Just to give you a little hint. Not saying any more than that. For 2, this bird of prey, the largest of its kind in the UK, can reach speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour in full swoop, or full stoop, making it the fastest animal on Earth. It's a peregrine falcon is what it is. There was there were quite a few falcons that came in. We accepted peregrine. We wouldn't accept falcon on its own. Being a little bit stingy on that one. Peregrine on its own was acceptable, or peregrine falcon. What a charming bird it is. There were 1 or 2 typos that didn't quite get through the spell checker, unfortunately. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, what a beautiful bird. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Very well done. If you did manage to suss out the peregrine falcon there, let's drain him out. Yeah, I saw it, Conrad. Like, you were close, but obviously it was probably not far off, but looks delicious. Yeah, good. Really nice between 2 slices of bread. Okay, puzzle number 4. Take a look at this. We're looking for a substance. For 5. This is really interesting, this one. For 4. Oh, well done. Simpson and Portis are getting there. For 3. I'm a bit clear, a bit sharper now. Tiggo's got there. JR Stilgar, Silver Electron, a few others as well. For 2, this clear crystalline mineral, a 7 on the Mohs scale of hardness, is often used in watchmaking, and varieties of it are used as gemstones. And for a single point. That's quartz is what it is. It was very difficult at 5. I was worried that might be too easy at 5. But of course it's just like an indistinct blob of something, so it could have been anything. So it was really interesting as that came into sharper focus and we saw the crystals forming there. Yeah, quartz watch movements pass a current through a small quartz crystal, and varieties of quartz such as amethyst are typically used in jewellery or as decorative items. Isn't it nice? It's rather pleasing, that, isn't it? Well done. If you got that, let's drain the puzzle. And we have got one final picture clue for you in this round. It's all a blur. And let's take a look, because this is simply an object for 5. Subjectively less substancy as the clues furthered, it did. We were going to put mineral as the title originally for 4 now. We thought mineral might make it a bit too easy just to guess without using the picture. Well played, Sam, getting there for 4. Nando as well for 3 now. For 2, this decorative object, traditionally crafted from tissue paper or rice paper stretched over a bamboo or wire frame, is commonly used in festivals and celebrations across East and Southeast Asia. There's a few of them there. Looks like we will accept the pluralization of it. It's a paper lantern. Variations included sky lantern, Kongming lantern, Chinese lantern, wish lantern, or fire balloon, not just lantern on its own. We decided that was too vague. You did need one of the preceding adjectives as well. Paper sky, Kongming, Chinese, or wish lantern. Paper lamp again. It's technically correct, but there comes a point in this game where you have enough alts, it can become a bit difficult to try and list every single possible alt. So we tried to cover as many as we could. But yeah, you needed something in addition to lantern. Fire balloon as well was also accepted there. So paper lanterns originate from ancient China. The earliest recording writing about them coming from around the 6th century AD. And to be honest, seeing rows upon rows of them all lit up at night is a particularly special sight, I have seen a few in my time, normally around New Year's time. They're very special, very magical. Well then, if you got that, let's drain the puzzle and we should take a peep at the scores. Well, it's quite interesting. We've got a new leader in the shape of Sam, who's out the front with 29, Nando in second with 28, and look at this, Clive, Oni and Toot partaking in a very sexy three-way there, all with 27 points in third place. It is still all very, very close between these scores, particularly those in the left-hand column, and there's lots of points still available, so this could change at any moment. So I'm going to take a brief pause in proceedings because Owen Dalton, our esteemed question writer, has requested a lottery. So I'm going to pay that off now. Veal success, Owen Dalton. 1342. That'll do. Lovely stuff. I make rhyme things happen. 30, a very good year. It was a very good year. It was a very good year. I purchased with a fake ID. Wait, no, that doesn't work, does it? On we go, round 3. Is any other name? Yes, callback soundboard indeed. Any other name. And in this round, you're going to be presented with 5 clues, but no category. And all of the clues will be different descriptions of the same word or phrase. Faster you solve it, the more points you win. Simple as that. As the clues are revealed, the definitions will hopefully become increasingly clearer as to what it is, but they will all be describing the same word or variation on the word. Some of them may have different spellings, or some of them maybe have different words. It's a particular thing you're after. In almost all cases, I think it's a single word that will solve the puzzle. I will try and remind you as we go. So this first puzzle, it is just a single word that will solve this puzzle. So fingers on devices, everybody. Good luck. Here is our first clue. For 5. The name of an American record label formed in 1984 by Bruce Lundvall, Blank Records. Well done, Ice Tim. For 4, a 1979 romantic comedy drama directed by and starring Woody Allen. A couple of people getting it there for 4. For 3, Dr. Blank, a DC Comics character that appeared in Watchmen. Quite a few clocking it from that. For 2, a cocktail made with whiskey, sweet vermouth and bitters. And I believe that cocktail is named after number 1, the most densely populated borough of New York City, whose island is connected to the rest of the city via 21 bridges. It's Manhattan is what we're after there. Dr. Manhattan was the character from Watchmen. I can't remember who played him, but I remember he first appeared naked in that film. I quite enjoy it. It's a long time since I've seen Watchmen, and I remember the sound quality wasn't very good, but I thoroughly enjoyed the story, and the cinematography was all very, very good. Was it Zack Snyder, I think, who what did 300? Yeah, and a Manhattan cocktail is not to my particular liking, I have to say. But very well done. If you got that, let's drain the puzzle. Reorder the board. On we go. Shaname, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Let's take a look at this puzzle number 2. First clue for 5. A functional logic programming language first developed at the University of Melbourne in 1995. Single word again required here. For 4, an automotive brand owned by the Ford Motor Company that was discontinued in 2011. Well done, Woollyback, CJ, Cola, Apodo, all getting 4 points there. Nicely done. For 3, a major Roman god whose Greek equivalent is Hermes. Way more graphic than the film. Yeah, the film is quite graphic. The graphic novel I hear is worse. For 2, a chemical element with the atomic number 80, commonly known as Quicksilver. And for a single point, surname of Freddie, the lead vocalist and pianist of the British rock band Queen. Come on, Maxio. Yeah, sea of green. I'll take you to the 7 sea of greens of rye. Yeah, Mercury is what we wanted there. Freddie Mercury, of course. Mercury that we also get in thermometers. Never forget the time at school. I was in a year 9 physics or chemistry lesson. A friend of mine who was brighter than I was. He was, going to get better grades than me. So I was reading through the book, stuck his hand up and said, "Sir, what's a thermometer?" This is obviously the thing. He's just never said thermometer out loud, and we all ridiculed him, and it was very funny because Children are cruel. Hermes, of course, the messenger of the god Mercury, being the Roman equivalent. And yeah, Ford Mercury, discontinued in 2011. And Mercury is not a programming language I've come across or known. That's what I call weird pen laughter. What is even happening? Let's trade that puzzle. See it, Green there. Lovely to see. And we'll go on to puzzle Freddie Mercury's Vermouth thermometer. That's a great object. I'd love a Vermouth thermometer. Imagine if Vermouth reacted to the temperature. Wouldn't that be exceptional? Right, on we go. Puzzle number 3. Take a look at this. I was singing 7 Seas of Rye, Ape. For 5. Blank Falls, a waterfall in the middle branch of the Ontonagon River in Michigan. For 4, an Australian sheep breed developed in 1909, initially known as the commercial Corriedale. A couple of tricky ones in there to start. Let's have a look at 3. Blank Street, a major shopping street in London's West End, which also has an underground station of the same name in nearby Oxford Street. For 2, in chemistry, these can be covalent, ionic, or metallic. There's the money clue there, by the sounds of it, for a single point. A fictional MI6 SIS agent and commander in the Royal Naval Reserve, created by Ian Fleming, who first appeared in Casino Royale in 1953. Bond was the answer. James Bond for clue number 5 there. Of course, covalent, ionic and metallic bonds in chemistry. Bond Street also appears on a Monopoly board next to Oxford Street as one of the greens. I think Regent Street completes that Monopoly collection. A Bond sheep, I must say, I'd never heard of, but known as the commercial Corriedale. And yes, Bond Falls, a relatively obscure waterfall in the Ontonagon River in Michigan. Oh, we're getting all excited, and now I'm getting hiccups. Flush. Royal flush. Very nice indeed. Give me a moment. Babe's not having a Where did I see that the other day? And honestly, I fell about laughing. It was it's. I mean, we shouldn't laugh, but it is in that context. It is. I don't know where the fuck did I see that the other day. I see that recently. Having some meme channel I've been looking at. Anyway, let's trade the puzzle. Well done if you got bombed there. Okie dokie, on to puzzle number 4. Single word required for this one. Let's take a look. For 5. Title of the 3rd single from the Smashing Pumpkins' 3rd studio album, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. DMC, clearly a fan. Coming in for 5 points there. Well played. For 4, Tony Revolori's character in the Grand Budapest Hotel, which is one of the best films ever made. So if you haven't seen it, shame on you. For 3, a character from the Mortal Kombat franchise features this word in their name. For 2, 1 factorial minus 1 equals what? There's the money clue once again. Sneaky one. For a single point, the lowest theoretical temperature is defined as negative 273.15 degrees Celsius, or absolute what? Just Topper denying us the 7 Seas of Green that time. It was 0. Oh, the results of the sweepstake are in. The results of the sweepstake are in. Right, who did I bet on? Giles, then Jack, then Guz. Ah, Giles, you let me down. Jack in the middle, though, is good, and not that winner. Single point. Sorry, that is not a spoiler. Well, it could be a spoiler, but I'm not going to give you any more context than that. So very, very much excitement. But yes, 0 wins, flawless victory, fatality. Sub-Zero, of course, was the character from the Mortal Kombat franchise, featured in, I think, every Mortal Kombat game and pretty much every film as well. Zero Mustafa who was played by Tony Revolori as the young version, and F. Murray Abraham played the grown-up version, if you like, in the Grand Budapest Hotel, which is honestly one of my favourite films. It's such a delight. It's a Wes Anderson film, 2014. Got a buttload of Oscar noms, including, I think, Best Actor for Ralph Fiennes. So definitely worth your time. It's honestly, it's a work of art, really is. As are most things with Ralph Fiennes, to be fair. Let's drain that puzzle. We got one more in this round. Now, this is the one where there are a couple of variations of the same thing. Just, I don't think that's an extra clue for you, but we should accept any of them. You can do it with a single word response. So, let's take a look at our 5th question. For 5. 1983 studio album by saxophonist Kenny G. Yeah. For 4, fictional military organization tasked with the monitoring of Godzilla. Nobody still. For 3, 2009 live-action Disney film featuring highly intelligent rodents and starring Sam Rockwell and Steve Buscemi. Few going to get there for 2. Nvidia's leading GPU brand, with the current generation being the 50 series. And for a single point, a measure of acceleration, with one unit being equal to 9.8 meters per second per second. G-force is what we wanted. There was a force that snuck through there for a single point, which seems to have gotten through the spell checker. But yeah, any variation on G-force, with or without the hyphen, either a space or just continuous, or indeed GE-force, which is the chipset from Nvidia there. But yeah, G-force was what we wanted. Those are all descriptions of G-force. Very well done if you got some points. A slightly trickier one to end on there. Let's drain the puzzle. Let's check in with the scores. Well, Sam's still got the lead. He's just starting to pull away slightly. 43 points. Toot in second with 40, and Nando in third with 39. A clear top 3, but still with 2 rounds to go and 50 points available. There are still many points available and lots of chance to change. I'm here, Royal Flush. Can I do the penny draw? Oscar Fan 22 here. Welcome to the stream, and Jack Wilfred, welcome on in as well. Penny prize draw the lottery comes at the end of the night, so you'll have to stick around for that, Oscar Fan. But welcome on in all the same, and welcome Jack as well. Shall we play on round 4? I think we should. It's the clue chain. In this round, you're going to be presented with a category and a single word or phrase that will gradually have more letters added to it. Faster you solve it, the more points you win. This is the round where your spelling needs to be exact, so do double check before pressing enter that it does fit exactly with the spacing that you've got on your devices. All of these puzzles will follow the same form, which will become very apparent after the first one, and there shouldn't be any sneaky characters or punctuation or anything like that to worry about. So yes, let's see if the RNG gods favour you tonight with our letters. Very best of luck to you all. Let's go to our first puzzle. We are looking for an art composition and artist for 5. Sorry, I'll do my Tywin hat. There's an and in it, but that's connecting the composition and the artist. Oh, very well done. A few getting it from just that for 4 now. That's a very friendly RNG by the looks of things. For 3, mind your spelling. Spelling must be exact. For 2. And for a single point. Those players getting that. Yeah, The Scream and Edvard Munch was the answer. Very famous. That one, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. So yeah, that will be the form of all of the puzzles in this round. It will be something and something. So they all follow that. So there will be an and always of those 3 letters. So that could be an extra hint for you. If the RNG isn't giving you those letters, you know that those 3 letters in the middle of the phrase are going to be an and. They're not all art composition and artists. So let's drain the puzzle. And let's go. The Stream and Edvard Lunch. Nice. I would observe that painting. I would enjoy it very much. Let's go on. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for a video game series and protagonist for 5. Universal Controller if you want to play, Oscar Fan. Go to there and try the room code on that one. For 4 now. For 3. For 2. Welcome on in, Pray. And for 1. Uncharted and Nathan Drake, video game series I particularly enjoy, made by Naughty Dog Studios, then what made Crash Bandicoot and The Last of Us as well, and 4 Uncharted games, of which I played 3.5. I never finished the 4th game, although it was the reason I bought the PS4. So I've already played 2 games on my PS4 in the last 10 years. Skyrim is one of them. Uncharted 4, I think, is the other. I think Crash Bandicoot, I got the remastered Crash Bandicoot game and then got bored of that. And I realised, actually, I'm much happier making computer games than I am actually playing them. Well done if you got that. Let's drain the puzzle. And let's go on to the next one. Yeah, Oscar Van, if you want to play, you need the universal controller rather than typing the code into the chat. So get yourself hooked up on that, and hopefully you can get into the game. On we go. Puzzle number 4. We are looking for a golf course and tournament for 5. Well, there might be a few getting in early on this. Very well deduced for 4. Well, come on in, Oscar Fan. You'll get the next payload, so the next puzzle you'll be live in the game. For 3 now. And for 2. Still a few yet to crack it. Single point. There's only one letter you need to work out from that. If you know the middle word is and. It was an A. Augusta and the Masters. So a couple of people put in an E. August and the Masters. No, Augusta and the Masters, the name of the golf course where the Masters takes place. Very well done. If you got that, let's drain the puzzle. Move on to one that I would have zero hope on, because this is very much not my wheelhouse, but I'm hoping some of you might. Let's take a look at puzzle number 4. We're looking for a footballer and club. This is soccer to our American friends. For 5. Well done, Sam. For 4. For 3. The club instantly, no idea on the player. I think a few people might have been like that. For 2. And for a single point. You've got the and, says Abe. I'm hoping you've got the Rice as well. Declan Rice and Arsenal. No, never. I've heard of Arsenal. I think I've probably vaguely heard of Declan Rice, but not in any way that I was paying attention to. Probably accidentally caught the sport at the end of a news bulletin one time. Well done if you got Declan Rice and Arsenal. Let's drain that puzzle. And we'll go on to... Yeah, it's gone from my screen now. I'll go check the VOD later on, see what 4 to 3 was. Annika Rice and Arsenal. That would be a very interesting match, I'm sure. Right, puzzle number 5. Last one of the round. We're looking for a children's novel and author. For 5. I think this one's a bit tricky, but we'll see how you get on with it. For 4. I gave the ND from and. That is unfortunate. For 3. Still no one there yet. There's a couple of players getting close by the looks of it. There we go. Our first few getting in. For 2 now. And for a single point. Commence the typing contest at the end there. Redwall and Brian Jacques again. Yeah, slightly more obscure one, slightly more off the wall one, but a few players managing to deduce it. I could see some players were typing the name of the novel quite quickly, but not necessarily knowing the author, waiting for a few more clues and managing to piece it together. Very well done. If you got some points out of that, let's drain that puzzle. Is he in what did water shit down? I feel like I should have known that. I feel like at some point I probably did know that, but it's gone from my brain. Anyway, Sam has the lead with 61, but the gap is closing. Look at this, my goodness, my gracious, my goodness. Sam in the lead with 61, but Nando just 2 points behind with 59, and both Oni and Ralph just 2 points behind that on 57. Toot slips into fourth, just a point behind on 56, and Clive is just 2 points behind on 54. 14th place. He's still trying for it, but you're about slap bang between first and 14th at the moment, 8 Minky. So you've either got to have an ace round or a disaster to either get first or 14th. I think that's probably your goal at this point. Try and ace it, though. It's always the nature of the quiz. There is one final round, 25 points up for grabs. And, of course, it's the content filter, and in this round you're going to be presented with a category and 5 shorter clues, all of which will be contained within or connected to the answer. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. Very similar to round 1, except you're going to get bullet pointed clues rather than extended prose. See if you can work out what we're getting at from these clues. Very best of luck to you all. Pressure on here. It is a tight run thing at the top. Very, very close. I don't remember seeing a game quite this close for quite a while, so very excited to see how it's going to play out. Let's clear those instructions down for me, and let's give you your first puzzle. The category is a sporting personality for 5. Born 7th of January 1985. Well done, you 3. That's a good deduction. For 4, debuted 18th of March 2007. Yeah, Buzz, if you know what I'm talking about, that's a Buzz-off thing. We need to bring Buzz-off back at some point, don't we? For 3, discipline, F1. Few it could be. Let's narrow it down some more. For 2, teams, McLaren, Mercedes and Ferrari. And for 1, championship titles, 7. Unless one is name not getting this. It is perhaps the most famous name in the world of F1. Lewis Hamilton is what we're after there. Sir Lewis Hamilton was the correct answer. Lewis Hamilton, to quote another buzz-off reference right there. I want to map the ref's buzzers from way back when. Yeah, sporting personality, Sir Lewis Hamilton. Not Alexander Hamilton. I don't know that they're related. I don't think they are. Very well done. If you did manage to get some points out of that, let's drain the puzzle. No changes to the differences at the top, though. Oni now tied with Toot with 59, 64, 62, 60, and 2 on 59. Close one thing. Let's go on. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for TV series. For 5, Tornado. Well done, Shadow Name. And Natter, both getting in for 5. Well done, players there. For 4, Roadblock. It's my generation coming in now, knowing it from that. For 3, Chaos 2. Somewhat synonymous with the series, I fear. For 2, Jeremy Clarkson, Craig Charles and Dara O'Brien. And for a single point, Sergeant Bash, Sir Killalot and Refbot. I think that's such a great puzzle. Obligated to summarise this question in a shitty rhyming cup. Oh god, I hadn't done that. Let me give you the notes that I've got. Right, so these are all featured in Robot Wars. We did not accept BattleBots because, well, that's a different show. So Tornado was champion of the 6th Wars, also appeared in the 4th, 5th and 7th Wars, as well as in Extreme 1 and 2. Roadblock was the champion of the 1st Wars, a beautifully designed robot that had was it a stop sign or a no entry sign on the front of it in a sort of wedge shape. Also appeared in the 2nd Wars. Chaos 2, I think the only robot that won 2 wars, champion of both the 3rd and the 4th Wars, also appeared in the 5th and 6th, as well as Extreme 1 and 2. Somewhat synonymous with the series. That was very much my childhood / early teen years, Chaos 2 in Robot Wars. Jeremy Clarkson, Craig Charles and Dara O'Brien have all at various points hosted the show. And of course, Sergeant Bash, Sir Killalot and Refbot were some of the house robots. Sergeant Bash, I have to confirm, is unrelated to Ash the of the same name. So, you've had the clues, and there are the scores. We'll move on to the next question after Robot Wars. Good night! Yes. Oh, well done. Well done, everyone there. Especially me. I just made that up off on the cuff. That's the end of the quiz. Good night. kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't. I just made that up. I just made that up. Right. Let's drink that puzzle because it's all very exciting. We've still got 3 to go. Gap closing at the top. Sam and Nando just a point between them now. 67 and 66. Oni and Ralph tied up in third now with 63. Still a point ahead of Toot on 62. Oh, things are getting 6, 7. Hey, yeah, very good. I'll press that button for you. Lovely. Right. Puzzle number 3. Fingers on devices, everyone. We're looking for a musician for 5. Green, green grass of home. For 4, stuck on you. Well done, Silver Electron. 4 points there. For 3, King Creole. For 2, a little less conversation. A lot of people getting it from that. For a single point, Jailhouse Rock. Not the Beatles on Snow Patrol, I'm fucked. Stick a hashtag in front of that, Jack. That's tickled me. I love that out of context. Elvis Presley was the answer. Yeah, Elvis Presley. So, just to go through those, I thought there was a couple in the beginning there that might throw you off the scent, which I really liked. So, the Green Green Grass of Home, it featured on his 1975 album Today. It was a cover of the Tom Jones classic, which came out in the late 60s. Tom Jones did it originally, but Tom Jones did not fit with the rest of the clues. Stuck on You was a 1960 single, not to be confused with the Lionel Richie banger of 1983. Stuck on You, got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't do. Yes, I'm on my way, which is not to be confused with On My Way by Phil Collins, which was on the soundtrack to Brother Bear. For 3 points, King Creole was the title track of his 1958 album. A Little Less Conversation featured on his 1970 album Almost in Love. A little less conversation, a little more action, please. Covered by JXL in the early 2002, I think, was used to great success in a Nike or Adidas advert, which is where I first heard it. Of course, Jailhouse Rock is perhaps his greatest and most famous song. Lovely stuff. Let's drain the puzzle. We've got 2 to go. Sam still 2 points clear at the top with 70. Nando in second with 68. And look at this, a 3-way between Oni, Ralph, and now Toot coming into contention. Oh my God, the tension, I can barely handle it. 3 points behind second, 5 points behind first, and 65 points apiece. They are 7 points clear of Ape with 50, Ape and Ben, and Clive all with 58. So looks like it's going to be a race for position between these top 5 players. But let's see what happens as we go to puzzle number 4. We're looking for a chemical element. For 5, 1 stable isotope. Isotope, I think, is the key word there. For 4, highly reactive metal. Stilgar's there, Woollyback's there. Conradlak's there. For 3, atomic number 11. How well do you know your periodic table? For 2, the second alkali metal. And for 1, found in table salt. Sodium is what we wanted. We did accept natrium, and we rather generously also accepted Na, as in the chemical symbol. Yeah, sodium chloride is salt, NaCl, I believe. The other alkali metals, incidentally, are lithium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. One of my abiding memories from high school chemistry was Mr. McCosh, his name was, who was a teacher. I was quite fond of him, actually. He was a good teacher, but he was about as wide as he was tall. He looked like if you pushed him down a hill, he would just keep going. Lovely chap, Mr. McCosh. I remember we all had to put on safety goggles, and he showed us putting some of the alkali metals into water to see the reaction. We definitely saw lithium, sodium, and then he put in a tiny bit of potassium. So this great big flame, which is very exciting. We didn't do rubidium, cesium, or francium because that would probably have not just burnt the building down, but possibly left a crater in the entire town. Yeah, but it's highly reactive. Say, reacts immediately upon contact with water, as was demonstrated to me in Year 8 chemistry. The only stable isotope for the academically curious of sodium is sodium 23. So, let's drain the puzzle. Oh, how exciting. Coming into the final straight, the final question. Sam has the lead with 73. Nando is just behind on 70. Toot has now got a clear third with 68. Here's a message from our sponsor, Silent Marine.
Is anyone feeling salty? Nah.
Very good indeed. Thank you for the 100 bits, Silent Marine. Breaking the tension there as we come to this exciting moment. It's a race between Sam and Nando. Sam with a clear advantage of 3 points. Can Nando hang on for the silver or possibly even supersede for the gold? We will find out in the next 40 seconds or so. Good luck to you all. The final puzzle of the game is a film. For 5. Music, Ludwig Göransson. For 4, worldwide box office, circa $977 million. Sam is there and secures his gold. Well played. For 3, cinematography, Heute von Hoytema. That should be a big clue if you know your cinema. If not, it will be elucidated to you with the next clue. For 2, director, Christopher Nolan. And for a single point, star, Cillian Murphy as J. Robert Blank. Oppenheimer was the film. Yes, so a lot of these people do overlap. So Chris Nolan, since since Dunkirk, I think, has used Heute von Hoytema as his cinematographer. Possibly since Interstellar. He used to use Wally Pfister. Wally Pfister did all the Dark Knight trilogy and Inception and The Prestige, and I can't remember if he did Interstellar or not, but since then he switched to Heute von Hoytema. Ludwig Göransson's done quite a few. Most recently, Sinners, I think, came to critical acclaim. He does do a lot of work with Christopher Nolan now. Of course, Cillian Murphy, starring as J. Robert Oppenheimer. The box office, this was the moment where actually, for a lot of these, you could have been interchangeable were it not for the box office take. Dunkirk did about half that, about $500 million. Tenet did surprisingly poorly because, of course, it came out in the pandemic times. It only did about 150 odd million. But yes, Oppenheimer didn't quite crack $1 billion. It got very, very close, but the worldwide box office put it just shy. Still quite a lot of money off the $100 million budget. So well done. And it's a film, to my shame, I've still not seen neither that nor its counterpart, Barbie. It was meant to save cinema. I didn't see it at the cinema because you weren't allowed to, you couldn't even go for a jog at the time. So yeah, I remember watching it. I think I watched it on a laptop, actually, eventually, in a hotel in Cyprus when I was on holiday. Enjoyed it very much, but you have to get your ear into that film, Tenet. It's a slightly tricky one, slightly interesting sound editing. Anyway, that's enough cinematography talk from me. Let's drain that puzzle and check in with the final scores. We have got a top 3, our triumvirate at Data League tonight. In 3rd place, taking the bronze medal with 71, it's Toot. A 2nd place and a silver medal with 72, but a great run all the way through, giving Sam a run for his money, but not quite getting there in the end, but finishing with a silver medal, it's Nando. But our champion this evening, gold medalist, finishing with 77 points out of a potential 125. Great game, good run, gold medal, it's Samster Samster! GG Samster, GG indeed, and all of those points have now been converted into pennies paid into the bank and should be showing you on your device exactly how many you've won. I hope you all had fun there. I certainly had fun hosting it. Didn't go off on too many tangents, just the odd one or two. Dalton, what a corking debut for your writing career here at Game Night. I thought that was a lovely pack. Really, really lovely stuff in there. It gave something for everybody, and yeah, really nicely pitched clues. So thank you very much indeed for your efforts, and I'm sure chat will show you their appreciation as well. Now, friends, I'm going to go for a little break. I'm going to go top up my glass with more fizzy pop, which is very exciting. I encourage you to go do the same. Go get some more snacks if you need to, and more sweets or chocolates or popcorn or, dry roasted peanuts, whatever it is you snack on at game night. Pop to the loo, go stretch your legs. Very quick 5 minutes to go walk the dog if you need to. And when we return in about 5 or 6 minutes time, we will be playing for the first time since I think season 20 or possibly season 19. We are going to be playing Spotlight. Very much looking forward to seeing what is in store for us with the trivia tonight. There's still plenty of packs up for grabs, and should be a super fun evening. So, take this opportunity to go and have a little break. And even more quiz coming up this way when game night returns in just a few minutes' time with Spotlight. Scheduled, not spontaneous. Thank you once again to OM Dalton for a lovely question pack, and very many congratulations to Sam, our Data League champion. Well, what a lot of fun that was. Jack Wilfred would like a lottery reward. So, for your success, Jack, let's see what the RNG gods have in store for you. 700 pennies. Oh dear, where's the button I'm after? That one. What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame. Prey wanting a lottery as well. Music? Can we have some music, please? No, that's the same one we had before. Can we have a playlist? That'll do. Prey also wanting a little lottery spin. Let's see if you get any more favour here, Prey. Prey streams, there you are. Real success. 220. No, that didn't work out for you, did it? How about Conrad Lack? See if you can beat the odds. Real success. 26.90, that'll do, won't it?
Fruity, 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 fruity.
Oh, BC claiming one now as well.
Fruity, fruity, fruity.
This is fun. Let's see if BC can beat the odds as well. 350. No good, no good. Let's give the lottery a little break for a minute because it doesn't seem like it's paying out tonight. Anyway, friendos, let's put a bonus into the chat, shall we? How about contains intense quizzing. Yeah, why not? Contains intense quizzing. I'm gonna go grab myself another drink. Encourage you to do the same. Stretch your legs and whatnot. When we come back, Spotlight will be here. I'll play some ads, but don't worry, I won't start the next game without you. So yeah, sit tight, and game night will be back very, very soon. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it's time for Spotlight. SGZF is the code. And do head on over to the Universal Controller page, and that room code is what you need. That QR code is smaller than it should be. Unbelievably, I've updated this build recently when I did the optimization stuff and updated the QR code, but that one appears to not quite have gone the full distance there. So apologies for that. I don't know if it's still scannable even. Let me see. New camera design. Okay, I updated my OS the other day. No, I can't scan it. I'm sorry, if you're playing on a mobile device and you can't scan the QR code. I'll fix that. Someone check that in bug reports for me. Incidentally, that'd be in the Discord, which you should go and join right there. It could be wrong kind of data compression. Yeah, let me air dry it. So the logger is telling me as I boot up the game that we have got 18 unused packs with 10 distinct authors, which means we've got enough for tonight, but probably not the next game of Spotlight. I have got one pack pending that came in today that I unfortunately didn't have time to get into the database, but that'll be coming from next time. But if you are a question writer, or you fancy your luck at being a question writer, then do join the Discord, get the question writer role, and send me some Spotlight packs, because you don't need to be on the queue schedule for Spotlight packs. You can submit them at any time on any subject you like. All the instructions are there in the Discord server, so do send me some more, because yes, we're running out. So it'd be good to have a couple more. and say I know I've got one pending, but possibly a couple of others pending. I need to message that author actually. I've been putting that off and I haven't got around to it, but I will do that. I will do that in a minute. Just a quick update on what the crack is for the next couple of streams. I'm next back on Thursday 14th of May. We're going to have Danger Zone by JR. It could go right ahead without looking at it. Just pull it into. To be fair, the game has started now, so it won't pull in any more data down until after, because it does it all locally rather than from the cloud. Because I'm a poor programmer. Anyway, Danger Zone by JR is going to be kicking off Thursday. We're then going to have the postponed heat number 4 of the Drain in the middle, and then we're going to wrap Thursday up with the Escape Artist. I think it's the first, apart from the Drain, the first repeater and picture this first repeater game this season. That has been written by Itsotley, who's a long-time member of the community, and looking forward to seeing his questions. That's Thursday the 14th of May, 8 PM. Twitch.tv/royal_flush. If you're just here at the weekend, next Saturday the 16th of May at the same time, 8 o'clock, we've got the first appearance of Distinction this season by Oni, another heat of the Drain, and then we've got Google That by Lingo Maniac. So looking forward to Oni's and Lingo's questions next Saturday. If we could, let's not start mini-modding. Oscar fan, as I said before, I'll handle the countdowns, and as 8Minky has asked you just to wind it in just slightly, if you could do that, we'd be grateful. If you don't, that's fine. We could just give you a timeout, and that's fine as well. I really don't want to have to go down that road if we don't have to. It's up to you. So make your choices. We're fun and we're friendly here, but we have things in moderation. So let's just be cool and just calm it down a bit. You're good, Sphere. No good, no worries. So those are the two ways we can go. Either chill and stop making a scene in chat, or we can just time you out. I'm happy either way. Right. How many people have we got in this game? Quite a few by the looks of things. And Woollyback, Vertigo, Fluffy Bunny and Toot, welcome to the stream. I trust most of you have probably been here for a while, but I've not looked at my chatters list since before the break. I've got a lot of raid messages in that I haven't checked yet, so I'm going to have to go through those at some point, which will probably be during the lottery or during the credits of this. But I want to get this game underway. You have got any time entry on this, so if you like what you see and you want to join in midway through, then you can do just that. And yes, I think it was either season 20 or season 19 we last saw Spotlight. I did it with HUDs. Was that last June we did it with HUDs? Because obviously I do a stream with HUDs every June, and we did Spotlight one year, and it was a special HUDs themed pack or themed packs. So yeah, but it's been a while. It was scheduled last season, and then it got pulled for various reasons. I had to pull a couple of streams because I was away or something, and it was just the best way to work it. But it's here tonight, and I hope we're all going to have fun. Let's lock this lobby and get rid of the ill-fitting QR code. Oh, that one's full size, so it's just on the game board that it's not full size. That should be an easy fix. Right, first thing we do in Spotlight is we select a player to be in the Spotlight. You'll then need to tap your device to let me know that you're still here, but I think we should do that without any further ado. Computer, please put somebody in the Spotlight. Paulus Spot, you are in the Spotlight. Press the button to confirm you are still here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you here, Paulista, and hope you're keeping well. I remember before we had an idea of maybe bringing back the person who finished the last question and was auto-eliminated, bringing them back for a subsequent run. That's not logic I've implemented. It's been so long since we played Spotlight anyway. That's something that it is on the back burner of my list. But how this is going to work, Paulus is going to be shown 4 categories. He's going to pick one, which is going to steer the questions. Everyone else, you're going to answer the same questions. They're all multiple choice, 1 in 3, and in each pack there'll be an easy, a medium, and a hard. And there'll be one further question, which will go into the final at the end of the game. There's a gold, silver, and bronze for performances out in the wings, and of course the player who is in the Spotlight, who does the best, gets to come back for the final. You will be eliminated from the Spotlight if you get 2 consecutive questions incorrect or abstain. Get 2 consecutive questions incorrect or abstain on them. So any 2 out of 3 wrong or abstained in the Spotlight, you will be eliminated. You can get a maximum of 10 in the Spotlight before you're auto-eliminated. That is the goal for all players. Let's see how Paulista gets on as he gets first choice of the categories tonight. So, Paulista, your choices are... Oh, and just a reminder, Paulista and subsequent players who go in the Spotlight, you've got a burn button. If you don't like any of the categories, you can get rid of it and it will be replaced with something else. Okay, but you can only use that once. Once it's used, you must pick a category that's on the board. So here are your categories. 1990s panel shows by Arun Aromatics. We've seen that once before, but it wasn't selected. It's not been swapped away. The acting roles of David Lynch by Now Cut That Out. This is the first time we've seen this as well. Madagascar by Topper One Gaming. And The Absolute State of Modern Arts by JohnJohn88. Would you like to pick one of those, or would you like to swap one and get a replacement? We're getting rid of The Absolute State of Modern Arts, and we're bringing in Phone Jacker by Lewis, which has been seen twice, and yet apparently swapped 3 times. I'm not quite sure how that's possible. There's probably a bug in the logic. You must now pick one, Paulister. Please select a category. We have the 1990s panel shows by Arun Aromatics. Arun not here tonight. I am aware of that, but if you are the author that is selected, then you won't be able to answer, but you'll get 3 free points, and you will, of course, get your author pennies as well. So, 1990s panel shows is the categories by Arun Aromatics, and let's have a look at our first question. Complete the title of this panel show hosted by Jonathan Ross. It's only blank, but I like it. Is it a film, sport, or TV? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. It's only TV, but I like it. Unfortunately, Paulister going for a film there and putting yourself on the back foot immediately. You've got to get 2 in a row to stay in the spotlight, Paulister. Let's see if we can get a better performance with this next question. Which goodie appeared opposite Jeremy Hardy as a team captain at the politics-based panel show If I Ruled the World? Was it Barry Cryer, Graham Garden, or Tim Brooke Taylor? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. It's Graham Garden. It's correct answer, Paulister. Very well done. Pressure's still on. You've got to get this next question right to stay in the spotlight, but you're so far so good. Let's take a look at our third question. Debuting in 1997 and hosted by Graham Norton, the panel show Bring Me the Head of Light Entertainment was broadcast on which newly launched British TV channel? Was it BBC 2, Channel 4, or Channel 5? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Paulister, such a shame. Channel 5 is what we wanted. You went for Channel 4. Channel 4 has been around since the 80s, I believe. Countdown being one of the, if not the first show that was shown, and still running to this day. Channel 5 is the one that came about in 1997. Too bad. Just a single question right. It might be enough to get you to the final, and you never know. But unfortunately, that is your time in the spotlight concluded. Thank you for playing. You have been ejected. So the pip going gold on the floor to indicate what the target is, and Paulister going purple on the wall to indicate he has been there. We need another player in the spotlight to pick our next category. Let's pick them now. G-Isons, you are in the spotlight. Press the button to let us know you're still here. Welcome, welcome. And we're going straight in with the category selection. Nice position to be in, so let's take a look at the category board. The 3 we've already had: the acting roles of David Lynch by Toot, Madagascar by Topper One Gaming, Phone Jacker by Lewis T1, and one new category, and you have a swap if you don't like any of them. Just for One Day by Colin S.O. We're getting rid of the acting roles of David Lynch, and we're replacing it with Wrestling Celebrities by JR Plays Games. Please pick a category, no more swaps available. Though, of course, with only 18 categories in the game, there's a chance these ones that have been swapped might return. There's always a chance they might return, but there's a higher likelihood that they will return tonight. We're going for Wrestling Celebrities by JR. JR, you have gone blue. You won't be able to answer these questions, but you'll get 3 free points for writing the questions, and you will also get your author pennies as well. They should have been written now. So, Wrestling Celebrities by JR plays games. Let's see if G. Eisens fancies his chances with these. Remember, if you answer 2 out of any 3 incorrectly or abstain, you will be eliminated from the spotlight. Let's take a look at the first question. Which YouTube celebrity and co-founder of Prime Energy signed a contract with WWE in June 2022 and later became a United States champion? Is it KSI, iShow Speed, or Logan Paul? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. Logan Paul, no drama there from G. Eisens. Yeah, all 3 are YouTubers who have made appearances for WWE, but only Logan Paul is a former US champion and an active wrestler. Very well done. On we go. Next question. Whose wrestling feud with Jerry the King Lawler is referenced in the REM song Man on the Moon? Is it Steve Martin, Andy Kaufman, or David Letterman? 10 seconds. Logan Paul, no drama there. Yeah, probably true. That's time. Correct answer. It's Andy Kaufman, or Kaufman, depending how you want to say that. I have no further notes for you on that one, but very well played, G. Eisens. You are guaranteed to pick the next category, irrespective of what happens on the next question. But let's take a look at it all the same. Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper who has appeared multiple times for WWE and most recently, may not no longer be, was correct at the time of writing, in a street fight in May 2023. For which of these albums did he not win a Grammy? So 2 of them he did, 1 of them he did not. We want the one he did not win a Grammy. Options are X100 Pray, I think, El Ultimo Tour del Mundo, or Un Verano Sin Tay. 10 seconds. Which one did not win a Grammy? X100 Pray. Indeed so. That's time. Tough question. I barely know who Bad Bunny is, despite them being one of the best-selling artists of the modern age. The correct answer is, indeed, X100 Pray, as Vertigo's raid message suggested, albeit with a different spelling. Bad luck on that one, G. Eisens. You have gone red for an incorrect answer. It was nominated for Best Latin Rock, Urban or Alternative Album in 2020, but it did not win. El Ultimo Tour del Mundo won Best Musica Urbana Album in 2022. And Un Verano Sin Tay won Best Musica Urbana Album, nominated for Album of the Year in 2023. He has appeared multiple times for W. Is that true? I don't even know if that's true or not. No drama there, G. Eisens. You've pressure on. You've got to get the first 2 questions of the next category right, but you do get to pick the next category. Pope's favourite genre of music, absolutely. So, Madagascar Phone Jackery just for one day, which you've already seen, and one more category. We've seen this already. The Absolute State of Modern Arts by John John is back. No swaps available. Which would you like? Just for one day by Colin. Colin, and there's the penguin avatar over on the left. You have gone blue, so you won't be able to answer these questions, but you'll get 3 free points, and your author pennies have been added to the bank. Pressure here on you, G. Eisens, to make sure you get the first 2 questions right if you want to stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look at the first. Which of these planets in our solar system has the longest day? Saturn, Uranus, or Neptune? 10 seconds. Now I'll remember what questions are. It's been a while. Could be sometimes these sit in the database for months at a time. And that's time. Correct answer. It's Uranus is a wrong answer. I just go for Neptune. Second longest. Neptune at 16 hours. Uranus at 17 hours. Saturn has 11. By day, we mean rotation of the planet on its axis, as opposed to year, which would be rotation of the sun. That'd be a much easier question to answer, which is the longest year. But yes, Uranus has the longest day at 17 hours. Bad luck, Jazzers. We've set a new best on the floor. 2 questions correct in the spotlight, but I'm afraid for now you have been eliminated. Hello, Trivia Quiz app. Welcome to the stream. I'm very glad you also have a quiz game live, as you can see. Oh, Ape's on it. Good. Yeah. We've got our own thing going on. Don't turn up to other people's streams and try and start to shill for your own. That's not good manners. Welcome, Black Rabbit, to the stream. Let's put another player into the spotlight. Maybe me. Press the button to let us know you're here. And into the spotlight you will come. £5 at the window to advertise here. Indeed so. Right, 2 is the target at the moment, AB Neil. Let's see if you can equal or best that. Why my message deleted Trivia Quiz app? Because you just popped into someone else's quiz stream and started advertising your own. That's just like totally not cool. Are you going to make me derail my own stream so I have to give you a lecture on Twitch and online etiquette? Because, don't engage. Okay, you're right, Clive. I shouldn't. Let's get on with the game. Right. Finishing off Just for One Day by Colin and AB Mia in the spotlight. Let's take a look at your first question. In the original 1984 recording of Do They Know It's Christmas, which singer sang the opening line? I knew this before the options came up. Was it George Michael, Paul Young, or Sting? 10 seconds. It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. Paul Young was singing that line. George Michael sang, but say a prayer, pray for the other one. That was George Michael. And Sting was, and there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time, which he sang with a couple of people. So yeah, there you go. These are things I happen to know. Bad luck on that one, AB Miss. Bad start, but you have still got a chance to get the next question right. One more on Just for One Day by Colin. Let's take a look at it. Around the time of Band Aid, there were requests to the government to return around £750,000 of VAT. But who was Chancellor of the Exchequer at the time? Was it John Major, Nigel Lawson, or Sir Geoffrey Howe? 10 seconds. That's a proper pub quiz question. And that's time. Correct answer. Oh, maybe me. It was Nigel Lawson, not John Major. John Major didn't become Chancellor until 1989, 89 to 90. He then became Prime Minister thereafter. Geoffrey Howe came before Lawson, 79 to 83. Time of Band Aid, I believe, was 1984. Possibly the single was 84, Live Aid was 85. But for both of those times, Nigel Lawson was Chancellor, 1983 to 1989. Oh, those questions haven't fallen for you, AB Me. I'm sorry, but you've been eliminated from, the spotlight. So Colin's questions proving challenging. The lead is still set by G. Eisens with just 2 after 3 categories. Let's put another player in the spotlight. Ray, your time is here. Press the button to let us know you are still here. 2 is what you're chasing, Prey. And let's have a look at your category board. X100 at Prey Streams. Finally, he says. So, Madagascar, Phone Jacker, the absolute state of modern art, and one new category. You can swap one of them if you don't like any of them. The 4th category was German pop music by Arun Aromatics. Prey wants Phone Jacker, does he indeed? But he doesn't want the absolute state of modern art. It's been replaced by Killer Cockroach Movies by Toot. What are you going for? You need to pick something, Prey. There we go. German pop music by Arun Aromatics, who again, Arun is not here tonight. It's a beautifully cursed board. Madahuha? Indeed. Right. German pop music is what we're going for. Let's take a look at your first question, Prey. The Duck Sauce hit Barbra Streisand heavily samples which of these Boney M songs? Hooray Hooray, It's a Holly Holly Day, Gotta Go Home or Daddy Cool? 10 seconds. That's time. Correct answer. It's Gotta Go Home. That was not well answered. Yeah, I think Daddy Cool is that one. Hooray, hooray, it's a holly, holly day. I don't know. I didn't know Gotta Go Home either, but I do know that Barbara Streisand. I guess it goes like that, because that is the song in question. Bad luck on that one. Pray pressure on to get the next two correct. Let's see if this one is any more fortuitous for you. The band that reached number 2 in the UK charts with the single Da 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 in 1982 had how many members in it? Was it 3, 4, or 5? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. It was 3. Well done, Prey. Yeah, the band was called Trio, if you didn't know. So if you knew that, there was very much a clue in the name. Save yourself there, Prey. Still got to get this one right to remain in the spotlight and pick the next category. Let's take a look. The English version of the song 99 Luftballon by Nina contains which colour in its title? Is it green, blue, or red? 10 seconds. The return of 99 Luftballon, indeed. Most of us getting that 99 Luftballon. It's the only bit I know of that song in German. 99 red balloons. 99 Luftballon. Something, something, something German. Well done, Prey. You got that one right. You're up to 2. You are now matching G-Eisens. And you've got a free question on the next one because you've got 2 right in a row. And, more pertinently than that, you get to pick the next category. Madagascar, Phone Jacket, and Killer Cockroach movies are all there. You have no swap, so you must pick one of them. The new category, Simply Red by Colin. Something, something, something German. We're going for Madagascar, is what we're going for. Topper, you've gone blue, which means you won't be able to answer this. Prey, you're glowing blue because you're in the spotlight. Purple means you've already been there. So 3 free points to Topper and some author pennies as well, which is lovely. So free opportunity at this question on Madagascar. Prey, let's take a look at the first question. Alongside Malagasy, what is the other official language of Madagascar? Is it English, Portuguese, or French? 10 seconds. I was thinking it was going to be all about the animated movie, but I guess not. I don't know, there might be one on it later on. Correct answer. It was French. Well done, Prey, getting that one right. I would have guessed Portuguese, personally. But yeah, English was an official language between 2007 and 2010. French is spoken by just over a quarter of the population, along with Malagasy, which I must confess I didn't know was a language, and it's been so long since I proved this. With that, Prey, you are also not only getting another free question, but you're also into the lead with 3 questions right at the spotlight and currently in pole position to take the final run. You're still here for now, though. Let's have another Madagascan question from Topper. Which creature is endemic to the island of Madagascar and is also the country's national animal? Is it Mara, sloth, or lemur? 10 seconds. That's time. Correct answer. It's the lemur. Prey on a bit of a roll now. 4 correct answers in the spotlight. You've got the last 3 correct. Yeah, it's only found in the wild in Madagascar. There's 100 existing species of lemur, all found in Madagascar. Specifically, the ring-tailed lemur is the national animal. Oh, I mean, wouldn't it be? It would be a great experiment to breed up something to have a lovely stripy tail like the ring-tailed lemur. Beautiful animal. Incidentally, the sloth is found in the Americas and the mara is found in South America, principally in Argentina. So, very well done. Prey, you're definitely going to get to pick the next category, and you've got a free crack at the final question on Madagascar. Let's take a look at it. Known as the Mad Monarch of Madagascar due to her brutal policies, which queen ruled the Kingdom of Madagascar from 1828 to 1861? Was it Ranavalona I, Rasoharina I, or Rafohi I? 10 seconds. This is very much a make Ben say things question, isn't it? And that's time. Correct answer. Ranavalona I. Incorrect answer from Prey. Prey going for Rasoharina I. She was, they were 1863 to 1868, so officially no regnal number, because I guess they're the only one. Rafohi I was much earlier, 1530 to 1540, before the Kingdom of Madagascar, and again officially has no regnal number. Ranavalona was 1828 to 1861. She introduced self-isolationist policies, was regularly paranoid and murderous, causing the population of the island to be cut in half. So that's a pretty brutal lead, if you ask me. Bad luck on that one, Prey, but you're still in control. And we bring Topper back into the game as we go back to our category board. Phone Jacker, Killer Cockroach Movies, Simply Red are options, and one new one. Could put Topper out of the game again. The middle option by Topper One Gaming. What are we going for? That's been swapped once before. We're going for the middle option. For the second category in a row, Topper, you don't get to answer any questions. I don't know if you were signed up for this tonight, but you've gone blue. But you do get 3 free points and even more author pennies. Lovely stuff. So the middle option is the category you've chosen. Pressure is on here, Prey. You've got to get this one right in order to stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look at the first question on the middle option. Ironically, well, it couldn't be the middle option because there were 4. Middle of 4. I'm like the middle child of 4 because I'm the second. But there goes boy, 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 girl, so I'm the middle boy, I suppose. Anyway, question. Someone extending only their middle finger, often seen as an offensive gesture, is colloquially known as flipping the what creature? Is it turtle, bird, or cow? 10 seconds. That's time. Correct answer. Flipping the bird, which is, probably would have been what I would have guessed, but it wasn't something that I necessarily knew off the top of my head. It's, the origin of the phrase, according to Topper, is complex and debatable. So a bit different from flipping the cow, isn't it? I mean, you'd need a couple of lads down to come and flip the cow, wouldn't you? Flipping the turtle, that's something else entirely. You've saved yourself there, Prey. You're up to 5 correct in the spotlight, which is a great run. Pressure's still on to get this one right in order to remain. Let's take a look. Does sound like a euphemism. What colour is the middle band on the flag of Lithuania? Is it red, green, or yellow? 10 seconds. Complex in the sheets, complex in the streets, debatable in the sheets. Indeed so, Clive. Correct answer. It's green, and Prey, your luck's run out there. But you've got a jolly good run. 5 definitely gives you the lead, but 2 out of 3 questions incorrect does mean you have to be eliminated. From top to bottom, it goes yellow, green, red, so the flag on the board there is technically upside down. Great run, Prey. 5 right, but unfortunately you can go no further. Thanks for playing, but you've been eliminated. But we may see you later on. You have the lead at the moment, so let's see if you can hang on to that. 5 points is certain. It's 12 is what you could get in the spotlight, actually. I thought it was 10. It's actually 12. There's 10 categories, but you can get a maximum of 12 questions before you're auto-eliminated. So 5 is the target. We've had 4 players go through so far. G. Eisens, Prey, Paulista, and AB Me. Let's put another player into the spotlight and get them to finish off Topper's middle option category. Toasty. Press the button to let us know you're still here. Oh, it's Conrad Lack. I couldn't see. Where's the light? Conrad, like you are in the spotlight. You get to finish off Topper's category. You will then get to pick your own, whether you get this right or not. Let's take a look at the final question. I was thinking, has it put Topper in the spotlight? His questions, he can't go in the spotlight. I think I programmed that logic. Anyway. Yeah, I thought it'd crack Topper as well. Here we go. The Sugar Babe single In the Middle features on which of their studio albums? Taller in More Ways, 3, or Angels with Dirty Faces? 10 seconds. I'm a bit somber right now. Correct answer. It's 3. I don't know if that was a punt or if you knew that one, Conrad Lack, but it's a good answer all the same. Yeah, released in 2003. The single was released in 2004. Is that Here I Am Stuck in the Middle? No, that's Steeler's Wheel. Unless Sugar Babes covered it. Possibly. I don't know. I don't remember much of the early noughties. I was too busy trying to get girls to talk to me. Good start for you there, Conrad Lack. You got a point on the board, and you get to pick a category. You went with the middle option. Very appropriate. So, Phone Jacker, Killer Cockroach Movies, and Simply Red, which you already saw. You have got a swap available if you don't like any of them, and one new category for you. Cymru and Byth by Vertigo. Vertigo may provide a translation of that. They might not. I don't know. We're not swapping. We're going to keep hold of that swap. We're going to go for Killer Cockroach Movies by Toot, who doesn't appear to be with us. So no freeze out there. But let's see what we've got on Killer Cockroach Movies. All answers is randomly ordered, just the fact that they're all the middle options. The thing that can happen. Let's take a look at our first question on Killer Cockroach Movies. The 1998 classic Bug Buster starred James Doohan and George Takei, who had famously starred together in which franchise? Is it Star Wars, Star Trek, or The Lord of the Rings? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. It's Star Trek. It's almost a sea of green there. I don't know about James Doohan, but I know George Takei played Sulu because of that Family Guy skit where Mr. Washy Washy is watching it. He goes, Sulu, the star of the show. Other guys just along for the ride. Oh, James Scotty was he? Nice. Yeah, oh my. Yes, indeed. Very well played. You're up to 2 and no drama so far, Toasty. Let's take a look at another question. The 1975 classic Bug, filmed in the same house as which sitcom, which ended its original run the previous year? Is it The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Bob Newhart Show, or The Brady Bunch? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. Was The Brady Bunch. I have no further notes on you, and I've never seen any of those shows. But no drama for Conrad Lack right there. Let's go on to our final question. You will get to pick the next category. Let's see what we've got. The production of which George Romero film involved crew obtaining around 18,000 cockroaches from Trinidad caves after finding New York cockroaches cost 50 cents each? Was it Creepshow, Monkey Shines, or Dawn of the Dead? 10 seconds. That's time. The correct answer. Does sound like a Bush Tucker trial. It's Creepshow. The only one there I knew it was Dawn of the Dead. I don't remember there being any cockroaches in Dawn of the Dead. Though I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen that film. But yeah, 50 cents a cockroach. That sounds like extortion. The fact that there's a cockroach market is remarkable in and of itself. No drama there. You seem to know your Killer Cockroach Movies, Conrad Lack. So that is 3 for 3 on that category. You've got 4 in total in the spotlight, and we need to pick our next one. Phone Jacker, Simply Red, Cymru and Byth. You have still got a swap available if you don't like any of them. And your 4th category is Star Wars The Mandalorian by John. Bigger flea market. Very good. We're getting rid of the Welsh one. And we're going for countries that change their name by Top of One Gaming once again. Boo, says Vertigo. So what happens if you're writing Welsh on an English language quiz? Once again, Topper has to sit this one out as we go for countries that change their name. Topper 3 free points and the pennies being added to your bank. Countries that change their name. No pressure on this one, Conrad. Like, you do get a free question, but let's see what it brings. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia was renamed to North Macedonia in 2019 after a long-standing naming dispute with which neighbouring country? Is it Greece, Albania, or Serbia? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer was Greece, due to the northern region of Greece also being called Macedonia and the ambiguity between where the historical region of Macedonia lies and which country can lay claim to the name. You can just have two countries called Macedonia. That would be an easy way to resolve it. Getting that one right as well. You are now tied with Prey. Of course, you have 18 points, in the wings, Conrad Luck. Prey may or may not have 18 points. I need to remember which one he is before it goes up next time, because if there is a tie, then we'll go to the player with the higher overall score. But for now, you're still in pole position. Let's take a look at our next question. In 1958, the African country of Dahomey was renamed to what? Is it Benin, Mali, or Ghana? 10 seconds. Hey, all countries, Macedonia. That would make quiz much easier. Certainly the geography round would be much easier. Correct answer. Benin. And again, no drama there. Formerly Dahomey and French Dahomey. Mali was formerly French Sudan. And Ghana was formerly the Gold Coast. So they have all changed their names. The Macedonia thing comes up surprisingly often in the current Greek zeitgeist. I can imagine, Paulista. I absolutely can imagine. That's 6 spotlight points in a row, and given we've only got 2 categories left after this one, it does stand you in a very good position to get through to the final Comrade Lax. So let's take a look at our final question on countries that change their name. In fact, I think you're guaranteed now. Which king changed the name of Swaziland to Eswatini by royal decree in 2018? Sobhuza II, Ngwane V, or Mswati III? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Mswati III, indeed the current king of Eswatini. He's been there since 1986. Few indeed. You've got it right. You're flying here, Comrade Lex. 7 questions correct in a row. And with 2 categories to go, that does mean there are only 6 questions left in the game. You are now guaranteed into the final, so even if you drop the ball at this point, it's not the end of the world, because no one can overtake you with only 6 questions left. So you can relax slightly. You are going to get to the final, but we need to play out these final 2 categories. Let's take a look at the board. Foamjacker, Simply Red, Star Wars The Mandalorian, the ones we've already had, and one new one. I think you've still got to swap. No, you swapped the Welsh one, didn't you? One new one. Wait, this isn't Steeplechase by JL Plays Games. Which would you like? Wait, this isn't Steeplechase. I've absolutely no idea what was in this pack, so I've no idea what to expect. But JR, 3 free points to you, and you are given author pennies as well, which is very nice. Come on, Tuppence. Let's see what the questions bring. Good luck. A horse is a horse, of course, is the first line to the theme song for which TV show? Is it Fury, Mr. Ed, or National Velvet? 10 seconds. Let's go to the races. Should remake that game at some point, shouldn't I? No, I shouldn't. I definitely shouldn't. Times singular. Mr. Ed. Conrad, absolutely right. 8 correct answers in a row now. I've written here Ed. Thanks. I hate it. That's obviously an edit. That's either an editor note or something that JL left to reference the fact that it's Mr. Ed. Either way, nicely done. Let's have another one. Which British gymnast won a bronze medal on the pommel horse in Beijing in 2008? The first time a British gymnast had won a medal at the Olympics since 1928. Is it Max Whitlock, Beth Tweddle, or Louis Smith? 10 seconds. That's time. Correct answer. Louis Smith, tough question. That's the first one you've gone wrong on there, Conrad. Like, yeah, Louis Smith is what we wanted. Beth Tweddle is apparently older than me. I thought Beth Tweddle was much later, but I might be making that up. London 2012 Olympics was Beth Tweddle, so she was at Beth Tweddle, so she was a little bit later. Louis Smith. Yeah, because pommel horse is the one that's contested only by gentlemen. I know there is a gymnastics event that's only guys. There's a gymnastic event that's only ladies, and there's a few that's both. He also won silver in 2012. Good to know. Was it Lewis? Oh, probably is Lewis Smith. Louis like that. Anyway, first step wrong, so pressure on to get this last question right if you want to pick the final category of the game. Let's take a look at it. In naval parlance, what is a horse? It's like one question. The tallest mast on a ship, a fixture used to adjust sails, or a type of cannon? 10 seconds. Only men do the rings. Thank you, Vertigo. Correct answer. Oh! The run comes to an end there, Conrad Lack. That the horse category didn't go so well for you. But you've done a jolly good run there. You got 21 in total, and I think you got 8 correct. Yes, you did. It says in my log there. 8 correct. Yeah, a fixture used to adjust sails is what it is. A metal bar to which a sheet is attached with a traveller that slides along the horse or is adjusted to be fixed in one position on it. Commonly used for a main sheet, but also seen with some head sails, particularly a staysail fitted with a boom. Now you know, and you'll always remember that, which is lovely. Horse indeed, but 8 questions correct, Conrad. We will see you back for the final in just 3 questions time, but for now you have been eliminated. So we just got the one category left to go. It is academic at this point, but this is where I want to put in the new logic. If whoever survives this gets to come back for the next time we play Spotlight, let's find out who it's going to be. It burns! 8 Big Key, push the button for us and join us in the spotlight, if indeed you are still here. There you are, lovely stuff. Okay, so we know we're not going to get to the final, but if you can hang on to that seat, then I might be able to bring you back at the start of the next game if you're around. So, although it'll be reset to 0, or will it be continuing on 3? I don't know, I need to think about that. Anyway, one final category, and of course this is going to form the final question of the night, because this will be the 10th question in the Spotlight Knowledge. And Phone Jack has simply read in Star Wars The Mandalorian by John88, and I'm delighted to see you have got a swap if you don't like any of them, Ape, but this one has come back from the HUD's Royal Flush collab special from a year or 2 ago. The many collabs of Royal_Flu$H and HUD 601 by Royal Flush. We're getting rid of what was there, which I've now forgotten because it's gone from my notes. Star Wars Mandalorian. It's been replaced by 90s Amiga games by Proogs. Which would you like? We're going for Phone Jacker by Lewis. Okie dokie. Lewis not with us this evening. But 3 questions. Let's see. I forgot I'd written that. I'd say it's what happens if you don't play a game for 3 seasons. Let's take a look at our first question on Phone Jacker. Lewis will be delighted it's finally gone ahead. Let's take a look. What name is given to the sort of scams that George Akatukwango tries to run in the show? 419, 520, or 621? 10 seconds. And the correct answer, 419. Number 419 refers to the section of the Nigerian criminal code that covers fraud, hence the term 419 scam. And I have in my notes here, good morning, madame. There is a piton in your bank account. That's my George Akatukatuquengo impression. We do the George Akatukatuquengo impression quite a lot in real life, I have to say. If you've not seen Phone Jacker, it is probably worth your time. It was from a different time, but it's still quite funny and largely still okay, I think. But yes, there is a pigeon in your bank account. And 8 Minky, with that correct answer, you have guaranteed that you are the last player in the spotlight tonight. Let's take a look at question 2. Which of these video game consoles could Mr. Duved have inquired about during the show's original run? Puspe, 3DS, or both of them? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. It's the Puspe. So for the uninitiated, Mr. Duved was a character who would phone up like HMV and video shops and ask them if they had, do you have any Duveds? And he would say things that are normally initialisms or acronyms, or initialisms, really. He would say them phonetically, so a DVD would become a Duved. So that's what this question is getting at. The Puspe, which would be the PlayStation Portable, was released in 2004-2005. Phone Jacker first aired from July 2007 to October 2008. Whereas the 3DS, which would be the Nintendo 3DS, wasn't released until 2011, so you couldn't have that. But the Puspe would work. Oh, the Duve Day, yes. Really should have swapped this category. No drama. You've got one more question, right or wrong. It is going to be the end of the main game. Let's take a look at it. Phone Jacker is one of the few shows with a single word name to win the British Academy Television Award for Best Comedy. What was the next programme with a single word name to win the prize? Was it Face Jacker, Taskmaster, or QI? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. Was Taskmaster was a correct answer from you there. 8 Minky, very well played. I think the border is not quite flush with the image in the chair. Someone note that down for me to take a look at. Yes, Taskmaster won in 2020. QI was nominated in 2016, but didn't win. I think that was the first year Sandy Togsvig was hosting. Don't quote me on that. Face Jacker was nominated in 2011, but it didn't win. Face Jacker is where we get the character Brian Batunder. It's time for Brian Batunder to be heard by the masses. And Phone Jacker won in 2008. So, 8, you got 2 correct. You are still in the spotlight, but we have exhausted the game. The 10 categories have been exhausted. Hopefully I can get the logic right, and hopefully you'll still be with us next time so I can get you straight in, and we'll give you a fresh run at things with 2 answers. I'm not sure if I'm going to carry the lives over. I haven't yet decided. But I will look into that. That would be great fun. But for now, thank you for playing it. Thank you for finishing out the round, and you have been eliminated. Lewis 2-1, indeed so. So 8 was the high score set, and we're going to bring that player back to face 1 question on each of those categories. It's time for the Spotlight Final. Toasty, let us know you're still here by pressing the button. Welcome back. There you are. So, here's how this is going to work. 1 final question on each of the categories that we picked from the main game. For those of you who were authors, I'm speaking mainly to Topper at this point, although tangentially to JR as well, if your question comes up, you will no longer be frozen out, but you don't automatically get a point, if that makes sense. So if you can remember it, then it should be an easy point for you, but you are allowed to answer, encouraged to answer, but you don't get it automatically, just to let you know. So, to our Spotlight Knowledge, 10 final questions this fair evening. Let's take a look at the first. Panel shows by a run. Lemmy, a member of what band, notably walked off during a recording of Nevermind the Buzzcocks in 1998? Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, or Motorhead? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Motorhead. No drama so far. Nicely done. We'll add Conradlet. You can't be eliminated at this stage, but you are looking for a place on our Spotlight leaderboard, the top of which is currently 9, jointly shared by Sotley and Stilgar. Nobody has ever gotten here and gotten 10 questions correct. Let's see if you could be the first. To our next question. Wrestling Celebrities by JR. Actor Stephen Amell has been involved in several wrestling projects and struck up a friendship with AEW co-founder Cody Rhodes. On which DC TV series did the two appear together? Was it The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, or Arrow? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Was Arrow. Rhodes appeared as Derek Sampson for 7 episodes between 2016 and 2018. Good answer there. 2 for 2 so far, Conradlac. Let's go to question 3. Just for One Day by Colin. Which artist performed at both the London and Philadelphia Live Aid concerts in July 1985? Is it Bob Dylan, Phil Collins, or David Bowie? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Phil Collins was the answer. I don't think I registered a response from you there, Conrad Lack. Yeah, you got to watch that time limit to get your answer in. Phil Collins. I guess he flew between the two to do it on the same day. I clicked it late, right? Yeah. So watch that timer because it can get away from you. My advice is focus on just the one, because the timer, if you're clicking off between, say, the stream and the Unicorn, if you click off it, the timer can lie to you and it might say there's 4 seconds left when there actually isn't, because the timer freezes if you're not focused, which is not a thing I can do anything about. So that would be my advice, to stay focused on the device, and then that timer will be a little more accurate. It'll always give you 1 second of grace. But Phil Collins was the answer. You're not going to be getting 10 for 10. We're not going to see it tonight, but we can still tie the top of the leaderboard. Let's go to our next question. German pop music by Arun. The lyric "Sie trinkt in Nachtclubs immer Sekt" correct appears in the German language version of which Kraftwerk song, the group's only UK #1 single? Tour de France, The Model, or Autobahn? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. We're back on track, Conrad Lab. The Model is the right answer. Yes, the English lyric is "She's going out to nightclubs, drinking just champagne." Girl after my own heart, it would seem, although I'd substitute it for Prosecco, no doubt. On we go. 3 out of 4. Let's take a look at our 5th question. Madagascar by Topper. What is the official currency of Madagascar? Kwacha, beer, or Ariary? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Ariary. Very good. Introduced in 1961, replacing the franc. Kwacha is Malawi and Zambia, and beer is Ethiopia. Very well done if you got that, including Conradlak. 4 out of 5. On for tying the top of the leaderboard with 9. Let's see if we can get our next question right as we pass the halfway mark. The middle option by Topper. For how many episodes did the TV series Malcolm in the Middle run? This is not including the recent reboot. 121, 151, or 181. 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Went middle. Seemed pretty fitting for that question, and it's paid off. I think a lot of people probably did that. The notes here just say "boo," middle option. I don't know if the top did you fix the question order for the answer order for that? Probably 151 was the answer. I think there've been a few more because there's a reboot of that is either due or was on recently. I was never into Malcolm in the Middle, so yeah. Anyway, We're good. 5 out of 6. Let's take a look at our next question. Killer Cockroach Movies by Toot. The 1988 classic The Nest was directed by Terence Winkless, who had starred as the original Bingo the Gorilla in which series? Josie and the Pussycats, Lancelot Link and the Evolution Revolution, or the Banana Splits? 10 seconds. Did you do that to troll Sam stuff? Time. Correct answer. It's the Banana Splits. Nicely done. 6 out of 7 here, Conrad. We are flying. We are toasty and flying. And well answered by the audience as well. Yes, the Banana Splits was the answer. It's probably what I would have guessed. I didn't have a Scooby-Doo on that one. But yeah, gorillas, bananas. Seems to make sense. Next question. Antepenultimate question. Countries changed their name by Topple One Gaming. Which of these country name changes officially happened most recently? Basutoland to Lesotho, Nyasaland to Malawi, or Ceylon to Sri Lanka? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. That is a head scratcher. Doing well answered though. Ceylon to Sri Lanka was 1972. And Tips, so welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're keeping well. Nyasaland to Malawi was 64, and Basutoland to Lesotho was 1966. So Malawi is the eldest of the three, Lesotho is the middle option, and Sri Lanka is the most recent. 7 out of 8. Penultimate question. We're looking to tie the top of that leaderboard. We've got Vertigo and Lupine, also with 8. Stilgar and Itzotli both with 9. It's going to be... It could be one of those if you get at least one of the next 2 questions right. Let's take a look at question 9. Wait, this isn't Steeplechase by JR. Which is the only horse to have won the Grand National 3 times? Is it Red Rum, Desert Orchid, or Manifesto? 10 seconds. Correct answer. Can't remember, even I know that, and I don't follow the Grand Nationals. Red Rum. It's murder spelled backwards. Red Rum, Red Rum. 73, 74, and 77. JR getting it wrong is an absolute mood. Desert Orchid never won the Grand National, but won the Irish Grand National in 1990. And Manifesto won it twice, but quite a while back, 1897 and 1899. Good result there. You're getting 8 points, Toasty. Toasty Conradlac. One final question this fell evening. Let's take a look at it. It's Phone Jacker by Lewis. Often having trouble when asked to spell his name out, Dufresne could have used the NATO phonetic alphabet instead. Which of these would he need to say if he did this? A month of the year, a national capital, or a style of dance? 10 seconds. Correct answer. It's a style of dance, foxtrot, but not tango. Foxtrot Dufresne, I believe. That one I'm not as familiar with, and Lewis isn't here to explain. Someone in the chat explain to me why it's Foxtrot Dufresne. Lima is the national capital. India is a country, and a month of the year, November. Is the month of the year. Oh, I think I get it now. Yes, Dufresne has an F in it, so which of those is... yeah, that's a very clever question. It's actually nothing to do with Phone Jacker. I've just misunderstood that. So Dufresne, you wouldn't say India, because that's not a national capital, and Foxtrot and Australia. Yeah, I get it now. I understand. So, getting that one right as well, that is the end of the question and the end of the quiz, and you finish in the spotlight, Conrad Lack, with 9 out of 10. GG indeed, Conradlap. That is going to put you joint top of the Spotlight leaderboard, sharing with it Sotley and Stilgar, both with 9, and we add a third player to the ranks. Very well done, and thank you very much indeed to all the question writers this evening. If you'd like to write questions for Spotlight, go and get the question writer role in the Discord. And I would also say what I think I would like to see in Spotlight moving forward. I like the niche categories; they're kind of fun. But I can, and this was something that a couple of people mentioned in the feedback in the survey I did at the end of last year. It can get a little bit. I think some people feel it can get slightly wearing when you've got very niche categories, particularly if they're quite challenging or you know nothing about the niche. So something that might be nice is questions that are perhaps less niche, but more specific, if you know what I mean. So just one off the top of my head, you could have something like largest cities in Europe. So that's something at least people have an idea. So basically a more specific geography or a more specific history. To say it's getting, I think some of the questions are starting to get slightly meta in a way. It is somewhat showcasing, yeah, but we have, I think there's a, or make your questions fit into the character. You can do it by having a niche. I think Toot was a good example of this tonight with the Killer Cockroach movies, where there was one question about killer cockroaches, but then there were other ones about other areas as well. So that's always the art form of question writing, is being able to make it appeal to multiple people and not niching too much. And I think it's okay to have some niche questions, but yeah, I feel that it maybe has gone a little bit too far. So I would invite writers and implore and encourage them to submit questions that sound like they're specific, but are maybe a little bit more broad church. Not that this is not to denigrate the questions that came up tonight. I enjoyed that very, very much, and it's lovely to see Spotlight back. But that's my appeal. And of course, we can't actually play Spotlight again until I get more questions, because I've only got 8 packs left in the database. So we'll definitely need some more questions before we play again. We are scheduled to play Spotlight next on the 30th of May, so just 3 weeks or so away, along with Bidding War and another Heat of the Drain. So please, writers, do get me some questions in. I'm probably going to throw in a few myself as well, which will be lovely jubbly. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard. So you got the most questions correct. It was Toasty who took the gold medal as well for the most number of correct answers, 32 out of potential 40. Gizzard G gets the silver with 31, and it's Shakes and Cola who tie for the bronze with 30. Good games all. I hope you've enjoyed that pack of that game of. What's called a Discord then, that game of Spotlight, and medals should have been paid now and pennies should have been paid out as well. And Toasty, I believe you get some extra pennies as well as a space on the leaderboard. If I go and refresh the penny bank, it should refresh. Yes, there you are, Conradlak and Stilgar, and it's Sotley, all with 9 at the top of the Spotlight leaderboard. So very well done indeed. You should get some extra bonus pennies for the questions you answer in the final as well. So, that is, it's ended up being quite a decent length of stream in the end, but I forget Spotlight can be a game that can be, it doesn't drag, but it is one of the lengthier games. I often think of it as one of the faster games, but maybe it's 40 questions that we get through, so, it's good bang for buck, I think. A couple of lotteries coming in, Shapes and AB Me. I'm going to cash those in now before we go to the main national lottery draw for this evening. Shapes came in first, and then AB Me's came second. Let's hope you two get better luck than everyone else has tonight. Real success. That was less than courteous, RNG. That'll be a no then. Such is life. What a shame.
What a shame.
Anyway, maybe your luck will change. Maybe the RNG is all being saved for the National Lottery, which is coming up in about a minute's time. So do stick around, refresh those unicorns, and get them ready for our Saturday night lottery draw. I will see you over there in just a few minutes. Thank you once again to all the question writers, and congratulations to Conradlak, our Spotlight champion. They're not going to make it, are they? I thought I'd fix those credits. That's the problem with scrolling credits when they're dynamic. That's been on the to-do list for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's so difficult to repro because I have a different number of authors every time. Someone who's a better programmer than me would fix that properly. But yeah, I could just tell when it gets to the end, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. They're going to stop short. Oh, many lols. Right. Gang, I'm going to load up the lottery software and we'll have one final roll of the dice before the end of the night. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a sec. Saturday nights, we are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for our weekend lottery draw. GVZK is the code you'll need. Universal controller as was. Just gonna load up myself. Let's get some lost numbers in there. Ben, not Burn, Ben. GVZK. And manual. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Push execute. And Lockie did the rest. Right. I'm going to quickly go through these raid messages because there are a lot of them that I haven't looked at yet. And of course, we need to pick one and then raid. A few raid targets tonight. We've got Ben Bass and Beyond is doing crosswords. Joey's doing Sonic speedruns. Spud again. We've raided Spud the last few weeks. Look like our main options tonight. Right, let me look at the raid messages, and of course, because we're going to need a thumbnail for our winner. Let's see what we've got. Stay tuned. It'll be worth it. There's some really good ones. I like that. That's clever. Right, I've still got about 15 there that I've highlighted, so I'll do a second pass of those in a minute. 35 of you in. We're coming to the end of the sting. So let's hide that room code, and I think let's get some balls in it up in here. What's that? There's a sensible chuckle. It's just coming. Right, let's start the machine. Oh, good-o. You know what that means. Tonight we're using Lancelot and set of balls number 2. Good old Lancelot. Yeah, I know, right? 250,000 pennies is up for grabs if you can find all 6 numbers of the main draw this evening. 100,000 if you get 5 with the bonus, and various other combinations up there you all can read. Let's hope that things work out in your favour tonight. Let's release those big money balls. In they go. Tumbling, toppling, teetering into the machine. Lovely. Balls are going to get lanced. They could do. They could well do. I'll to actually see a draw. Did we not see one last week? What happened last week? It didn't crash last week, did it? Oh, God. Same thing to jinx it. Balls are going to get lanced. Anyway, best luck to you all. Let's start the draw. So RNG hasn't been good with the micro penny cash-ins tonight. Let's see if we've been saving it all for the lottery machine. Did it? I can't even remember now. The lottery didn't crash. Something crashed. Good start for Lancelot. It's a white one. It's number 2. A third appearance in the lottery draw, main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday, the 21st of February. I do not have that number. Oh, yes. Twitch did a shit, didn't it? Twitch did a shit. So, yeah, because I did draw the lottery. It was just VOD only, wasn't it? Another white one. Number 6. 5th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last seen Saturday, the 14th of March. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. Yes, you had live photos. Photos from Lottery HQ. Well, Ardenfett sounds like he's got off to a good start. He wants 14. Let's see if we can get it. It's a pink one, so it doesn't sound like it. 27 is the next one. 4th appearance in the main lottery draw. We last saw it Saturday, the 18th of April. This is dire tonight. I've got 2 balls, one on each of 2 lines. This is not the way. Come on, Lancelot. Pull yourself together, you appalling machine. It's a blue one, defying the laws of physics, but it's got on there. Number 14. There it is. Invoked by Ardenfett's 4th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 25th of April. Let's have another one, Ardenfett. Can you invoke 23 now, please? Invoke 23. Sure, 23. It's a blue one. It's not. It's close. Number 19. 7th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Sunday, the 3rd of May. Sunday, the 3rd of May. Oh, it was a late one last weekend, wasn't it? I told you that I was going to bugger up my stats. Well, you're 46. Okay, 46. No, 46 would be fine for me. Oh, very close. The 6 is upside down. It's 49. 5th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last week, Saturday, the 25th of April. This is just a complete bag of dog shit tonight. I've not enjoyed this one iota. I hope you all have had better luck. It has not been for me. One more to be drawn tonight. The bonus ball. Go on, Lancelot. I believe in you. Rehabilitated. It's number 44. 3rd appearance in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 2nd of May. Of course, I've got that on 2 lines. Well done, Lancelot. No misfires. Let's have tonight's winning line again in ascending numerical order. Your winning numbers tonight are number 2, number 6, number 14, number 19, number 27, number 49, and the bonus. It's number 44. God, what a crock of shit. 100 pennies on one line for one number with the bonus ball. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. 3 numbers for AB Me, Fett, Stimson's Angle, Silent Marine, Bollock Way, CJ, GVZK, Arse Biscuits, and Clive, all with 3 numbers. And 500 for AB Me, Colin Shakespeare, and Nando for 2 with the bonus ball. Don't forget the wee donkey. No, of course not. Big win size. RNG is just not on our side tonight. AB Me 1750 across 3 is the sum of winners tonight. Clive 1700 from 5. Fett 1600 from 4. Ape 1350 from 3. Stimson's Angle 1250 from 2. Same as CJ. Same as Oni. Silent Marine 1100 from 2. Bollock Way 1100 from 2. And Nando 1000 from 3. That front 3 there, 1000 from 4 as well, I think. Well, was it a front 3? Comrade Lack 1000 across 4. And a front 3, 1000 across 4. Well, okay, Ape you're really pushing your luck here, Ape, with the lottery at this point after the RNG we've seen tonight, but I wish you real success. Maybe it's all been saving up for here. I mean, it's a bit of a nothing burger. It's better than the average. RNG is not with us tonight. When are we next playing Plinko? When are we next playing Plinko? Is it saving it up for there? Plinko is next here Thursday, the 4th of June. Maybe the RNG is saving itself for that, possibly. Anyway, that has been the lottery draw. I hope it was better to you than it was to me. I'm going to roll the credits. I'm going to pick a raid message. We're going to raid, and then we're going to wrap things up. So, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you for the raid in just a minute. Well, friends, we come to the end of another game night at the end of another week. I hope you've all had a huge amount of fun tonight. I certainly have hosting. I think we're going to go raid Ben Bass and Beyond because they share a name with me, which is an excellent name. They did some crosswords. They look like they've got a little audience and we've got a decent chunk of people here. So please do stick around and let's go spread the love on Twitch. I'm going to pick a raid message and I've got some good ones tonight. Honourable mentions, first of all, for G. Eisens and Stilgar and Lupine. All variations on a similar theme here. We're getting 100 pennies for Transcribe That, Google That, and Alphabet Incorporated That. From Colin, Ben is not a quartet. From We Like Shapes, wholesome apart from the swearing. From AB Me, the stream and Edvard lunch. Alexander the Hurt, it will be something and something. Saphira, Annika Rice and Arsenal. It's called Eurectum now, from Oni. Light shines longest on Uranus, from Conradlac. George, Paul, John and Sting, from 8 Minky. And Balls are going to get Lance, from SJ. They're my honourable mentions. Into our runner-up position. Tough call now. Latin rock, the Pope's favourite genre of music, from Proogs. How many have I got left? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left to choose from. Something, something, something German, from Ardenfetz. And so I'm into my top 3 now. This is tough. From Saphira, he was bonkers, was Mozart. And in the same vein, I think AB Me runner-up. You are now subscribed to Ben's Mozart Facts. That was a nice moment. Please do subscribe to Ben's Mozart Facts because they're wonderful and marvellous. There is a winner this evening, and they are going to be very pleased with this. I like this a lot. It made me laugh at the time, and I think they know where this is going. Oni, you are tonight's raid message with Freddie Mercury's Vermouth Thermometer. Patent pending. 10th message, let's go. There you go. You got 2,500 pennies from raid messages alone. That's the spirit. Freddie Mercury's Vermouth Thermometer is going to be our raid message. That is going to be the episode title as well. I'll get the thumbnail posted into the Discord in due course. In the meanwhile, of course, please do come and join the Discord. And again, if you've missed out on any game night, if you want to go and catch up on any of tonight's events, this will be live in a few hours on YouTube. You can browse all of the episodes right back to season 1 over at persephonechannel.com/on-demand. Yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend. I encourage you to do the same. I'm going to be back on Thursday night with Danger Zone, The Drain and The Escape Artists. I do hope you'll join me then. And until that time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. You have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. And until next time, take care, peace out, and good night.